Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another Genshin Impact playthrough session. We have officially been caught up to the main Archon quest with version 4.1 with Act 4, which was spectacular, a phenomenal showcase of just hype and build-up and anticipation for the conclusion, the Act 5 next patch. The reveal of Risel's true objective with the Fortress of Meropide and the lore incorporations of Remoria's ancient history and them using that knowledge to foresee the Primordial Sea conflict that's happening now. Neuvillette using his freaking dragon, official confirmed sovereign dragon powers to push back the Primordial Sea to a later time. It was just super cool, super badass. The build up for, or the slow burn and build up from Act 3 made Act 4 feel so much more impactful and meaningful. I'm just super stoked. I have no idea what they're gonna do for the finale and how they're gonna incorporate, the Hydronosis and Farina and her plan to stop this prophecy from coming true, Arlecchino's involvement, the end sequence with Child freaking marinating in the Primordial Sea with this giant freaking narwhal whale, abyssal creature, which I assume that might be the weekly boss somehow, some way. It's just been really cool and exciting to finally be caught up with the Archon quest. And now we're going to be jumping into Neuvillette's story quest. And then after this, we're going to be probably focusing on world quests until the next patch runs, which I heard that some of these world quests are pretty lengthy, but also very interesting, worthwhile, especially for those of you who have been continuing on with certain world quests over the last couple of patches. So yeah, we're going to be jumping into Neuvillette's quests right now. However, there is a little bit of housekeeping that I have to do prior to this. So yesterday I did showcase that we had to meet up with Julian, who was the NPC that we were talking to in the desert, who had connections to this individual known as Caterpillar. And I guess on reset, once we finish that quest, I'm supposed to go back to his camp and we come across something. So I'm heading back there now. Oh my God, is that it? Oh, it's a painting. I was gonna say, did they leave the egg behind for me? Well, you know what? I'll take the egg. That's probably Pepper's gift. So Pepper left me an egg. Bro, he drew the Vorokasha's Oasis. Whoa, is that the Vorokasha Oasis? It has a really unique beauty. Is it the letter from Julian? Let Paimon have a look. It's still an amateur piece, but I would like to dedicate this painting to you, my friends. There is a great many more views and vistas that remain to be drawn. If fate will have it, we shall meet again. Looks like he's gone. Hopefully things will go well for him in the future and that he doesn't get lost again. Yo, oh my God, I get it. No way, dude. Hold on. I get the painting. Oh no, that's it was a furnishing. I thought it was a quest item at first. Hold on, I gotta track this down. That's going into my Serenity teapot right next to the Mona Lisa Paimon sketch. Still budding artistry. A piece of art left behind by Julian, an unknown artist from Fontaine. It depicts the Vorokasha's Oasis in different hues with the bold use of color and fresh brush strokes, hinting at the all-new understanding of artistry that he has. Who knows? Perhaps the vast world he has never set foot in will bring him still more inspiration. That kind of reminds me of Mimir. I'm gonna take a picture of it with my I'm gonna take an actual picture of it with my camera. An amazing work of art. I assume this will always be here, but that's also very off-center. But we take it. Okay, so that was a really cool little surprise there. I was not expecting that. So next up, you guys wanted me to check out Neuvillette's profile. So I assume something did change. Before, Constellation. Oh, actually, I think Constellation was question marked. Yeah, so he has Ancient Dragon's Authority Hydro. So that's his title. Normally it would be Gnosis Hydro for the Archon, but that's Ancient Dragon's Authority. So who knows, we might actually see a bit more of these, for any other dragons that have died and have been reincarnated. Yeah, I guess that would be either for Vision / Gnosis for the average person, and then the Archon, and then this is for the Sovereigns. So the Sovereigns have Ancient Dragon's Authority, which, by the way, last night I was thinking about this too. Piero's sentence was kind of like a double entendre in the Winter Night's Lazo. He says, in the name of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, we will seize authority from the gods. Like, that has like a double meaning. Like, he's basically saying we're going to take their control of the world, but it could also imply we will seize authority. We will steal the dragon's authority from them. The authority that was stolen from the dragons, we will seize it from them. Basically the gnosis. Like, we will seize the gnosises from the gods. And then I also thought of like Ajdaha, how he says, you dare to overstep your mortal authority. So like the word authority has like so much weight now because it actually means something tangible to like the lore of the dragons and the first usurper and like the first civilization and all that stuff. Yeah, that's crazy. That's super cool. And then the constellation Leviathan Judicator. So yeah, man's had a bit of a profile update now that we got the reveal of what he truly is, or who he truly is rather. Nice. Okay, we're also gonna check out really quick. We're gonna do a quick little lore reading here with Neuvillette's weapon. So we have the Tome of the Eternal Flow. I was told to read this yesterday because I guess it kind of flowed with what we were going through with the Archon quest, but I decided to wait till today at the top of the stream because we're doing his story quest. So let's see. A manual that has been passed down from generation to generation within an underwater priory. Today, none know of its existence. We shall remember this oath of 1,000 years and defend the foundations of the capital of water. Okay, so I guess this is referring to the ancient brotherhood of defenders and protectors of the fortress of Meropide. Never forget the shackles of sin that were once tempted as honey, and never forget our heavy responsibilities that may now seem like fetters. They represent the deity's honey sweet grace and faith in us. So Egeria, we are the shield that guards against the disaster of the flood and the line of defense against the breach. That was literally Risley yesterday. Holy shit. The first watcher always led the new recruits to recite this oath. Indeed, no one would wish for such a life, but everything comes with a price. We once succumbed to the euphoria of violence and were driven by greed. This vow is the recompense of justice as well as the final chance at redemption. Neither sunlight nor family are present here, so we must find a semblance of joy. Although the watchers sometimes wondered if the sinners took these vows on their own accord or merely uttered syllables that meant nothing to them, he still sincerely hoped that the wild joy he experienced when the deity entrusted this heavy responsibility to him would light up the path for these brothers and sisters of his and give meaning to their lives. So this is basically expressing from the perspective of one of the I guess one of the watchers of the primordial sea barrier, basically having like a new chance at life because of Egeria's mercy on them as exiles from the nation. So he's basically saying, yo, we had a shitty life beforehand, but then Egeria gave us this new responsibility and now we have newfound purpose. Just as it lit up his hopeless and dreary future, the teachings of the Watchers had thus been passed from generation to generation, flowing down like an endless stream. For if the harbinger of the apocalypse would indeed one day arrive, the flood would wash everything away. For if the harbinger of the apocalypse would indeed one day arrive, the flood would wash everything away. The Watchers would fight with both duty and pride in their hearts, just as the goddess had found empathy for them in hers. The harbinger of the apocalypse. This could mean two things. This could mean that narwhal creature, or it could mean child in tandem with the narwhal creature, because he has a giant narwhal attack. I wonder if the whale was like premonition for what child would eventually be revisited with in the future. So the narwhal is kind of like the experience he had as a kid when he woke up it. And now he's got the real thing. It actually might be child and the whale that we fight. I just don't know if he knows that, or if the whale's gonna take over child or use child as like a host or something. He doesn't have his vision. He's got the foul legacy and he's got his delusion. Unless she like foresaw child, but the harbinger name, that could just mean a bringer. Harbinger just means like a bringer of, the bringer of the apocalypse. But with child there, it could also mean child is the bringer of the apocalypse alongside that narwhal. Let me read this again. So, for if the harbinger of the apocalypse would indeed one day arrive, the flood would wash everything away. The Watchers would fight for both duty and joy in their own hearts, just as the goddess had found empathy for them in her. My duty is now complete, and I shall leave the goddess's grace and duty to you all. The first Watcher was buried between mineral veins of extraordinary splendors, because it is the place most filled with light. The man who had lived for many years in the shadows held the light he once saw in his heart as he silently slumbered beneath the soil by the breach. The flood that would wash everything away was never unleashed, as fate is often loath to grant would-be heroes an honorable death. Even so, an audible trickle began to silently corrode the priory, as if a thief shrouded in the shadows. Those forced to join the order and live underwater gradually increased in numbers, yet those who swore the oath understood its meaning and knew the teachings only declined over time. Many years later, a grand and ominous fortress would rise from the seabed. But as for the last brothers who called himself a watcher and shouldered the expectations of a god, the location of his grave would become known to none. Still, perhaps this place can still be called fortunate, as the other suppressed breach was eventually discovered many years later by one who set out to reveal its secrets. So yeah, so this is basically saying that the original like warden of the fortress of Meropide, he's pretty much been forgotten, and like the kind of the teachings of protection and like the duty to watch over like the vault of the primordial sea has pretty much been lost to most people, besides someone like Risley, who kind of came through and understands his responsibility with the small people he has in his circle too, right? Neuvillette, you know, those two researchers as well, Sidween, and like the small amount of people that are working on that Noah's Ark project. I'm actually really happy that I got Risley. His lore is fantastic. He is a badass. He is so freaking cool. And he's got like such a heavy weight of responsibility that makes him pivotal to the lore of Fontaine especially. And it's a good thing that he lives in a no man's land, because like if that shit was regulated and if more people knew about it, you can only imagine the type of shit that they'd have to deal with like having a bunch of people know about that. Yeah, I really appreciate learning about that.
I find that the beauty of bright sunlight is best appreciated from the indoors through a window.
All right, Neuvillette, go touch some grass, my guy. Alrighty, with all that said, we are officially going to start the remains of the past day. A familiar threat. Go to the Palais Mammonia. Paimon is curious about Neuvillette. Go talk to him. Monsieur Neuvillette! I'm back. Oh, is that Sidine again? Yeah, so this is, you can't do this quest until you finish the Archon quest, so I'm assuming we're going to talk about some stuff that we just went through.
Did I hear that right? Monsieur Neuvillette, are you sure you'd like to take over the case yourself?
Oh?
That's right.
Oh, shit. Neuvillette's popping off. He's like, I'm feeling myself right now.
No, but why? Technically speaking, cases like this are better left to the guards.
Neuvillette! Sidine! Hey there! What are you two talking about?
Neuvillette wants to be a Chief Justice out in the field.
Ugh, Traveler and Paimon, please help me talk our Chief Justice out of this. He wants to investigate a case on his own. Now, this is completely unprecedented. How can we have the Udex acting like a private detective?
Hey, I think that's kind of admirable. You know what I mean? Like, he's not just like having everyone do the work. He's also willing to get his hands dirty. All right, Neuvillette, go touch some grass, my guy. I can introduce you to some amazing detectives planning to break into a new industry.
Thank you for your concern, but I currently have no such plans.
Oh, okay.
Oh, apologies. I took your question in earnest, but it now occurs to me that it was most likely in jest.
Yeah.
So, what is it exactly? It sure sounds serious if it's something you've got to investigate personally.
A Melusine named Kiara received a threat letter.
Kiwawa! Oh my god! Could it be? My Tencho.
And then?
Yo, KFP Army, rise up.
That is all the information I have acquired at this stage.
Oh my god. She needs to make a video. Am Melusine. That's the next Am series.
Huh?
I have no idea why you're so hung up over this. I've checked the schedule in advance, and it seems like there aren't any trials today. So, if you insist, I have no objections.
Thank you for understanding. I will leave a note explaining my absence on my desk.
All right.
I would appreciate it if you could take it to Lady Farina.
All right, so who's fucking around with the Melusine? You're about to have to put me in prison again for actual crimes.
She may have no interest in official affairs, but standard procedure dictates that I'm still responsible for reporting to her.
Yes, understood. I'll come back later and deliver the note to her.
Okay. Goodbye. I love how they, like, skip to the loom, my darling.
Judging from Sidine's reaction, it must be pretty rare for you to investigate stuff personally. What's so special about this case?
I cannot tell you just yet.
Oh.
but it reminded me of certain past events.
Oh no.
There could be complicated conflicts of interest behind all this, so I must eliminate all risks in advance.
Care to explain in detail?
Come on, stop being so secretive. We still have no idea what's going on.
It is not my intention to keep you in the dark, but I need some time to revisit those memories and collect my thoughts.
All right, that's fine. You know what? Do your thing, King.
Long story short, a little more than 400 years ago, I became the Iudex of Fontaine and initiated a series of institutional reforms.
Yeah, aka Melazines are referred to as she, her, and leave them the fuck alone. Do not disturb them. Do not bother them. They are wholesome.
There were few people I could trust, but I had two subordinates who were exceptionally trustworthy and capable. Carol, a Melazine, and Vautrin, leader of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Okay, did they not like the Melazines at the time? Some of the dialogue in the trailer kind of implies that people were very sus of Neuvillette and the Melazines at the time, I guess during their initial integration into society.
They must have been amazing people to receive such high praise from you.
Indeed. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to protect them.
No!
The reforms damaged the interests of some, and the more conservative faction took advantage of Carol's identity to instigate political unrest. Ultimately, they wanted me to yield more of my power. The incident resulted in Carol taking her own life, and Vautrin being exiled. From then on, I've been especially careful when dealing with cases related to Melazines.
I can't believe that. I can't believe that. A Melazine actually died. You're concerned that you're the perpetrator's real target.
All Melazines used to live a secluded life away from human society.
Yeah, he also would probably feel guilty too. He's like, me bringing them into society led to that happening.
I granted their wishes when some of them, including Carol, asked me to bring them to the court of Fontaine.
That's so sad. They're so cute and wholesome, and why would anyone hate the Melazines? Like, bro, they're just living life.
Many common folk believe that I share a special bond with the Melazines, and whatever they do can be traced back to me.
I mean, kinda. You're a dragon. It's very understandable that he would empathize with the Melazine because they're like baby dragons. I get that, but like, come on now. It's not like your secret service that's here to like overthrow the government.
Some of them, especially those who hold a grudge against me, exploit that belief and stir up conflict over Melazines in an attempt to lay the blame on me.
I hate humans. Humans suck.
I have nothing against the opinions of others, but the moment a whirlpool of conspiracy forms, it inevitably affects the innocent. It has already happened once, and I want to make sure it does not happen again.
I see.
Even so, why do you have to be the one investigating?
It's personal, all right? They made it's personal. I completely get him.
There's the guards, the Maréchaussée Phantom, and the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Aren't they more than enough to figure out what's going on?
He saw that note and he was like, and I took that personally.
Based on prior experience, there is a high chance that those who hold hostility towards me do not belong to the same department. The political system of Fontaine is relatively complex and involves the interests of multiple different factions.
Yep.
However, since I am technically an outsider in Fontaine, a lot of trouble could be avoided if I personally took on the case.
Oh, that's true.
Outsider? But aren't you the Chief Justice of Fontaine? Why would you be an outsider?
Because he's a dragon?
I understand where you are coming from, but there is not necessarily a connection between my responsibilities and how I perceive myself.
I mean, you're the Hydro Sovereign. If anything, you belong here more than anybody.
You know very well about my true identity, and have even met others of my kind in other nations.
The Hydro Dragon Sovereign. And have even met others of my kind in other nations. Plural, plural. Which means it's more than just a pep.
Even though I was born with a human form, there is a fundamental difference between dragons and humans.
Pure elemental beings.
Taking on the role of Chief Justice does not make me a part of this community. In fact, the status I was granted has prevented me from forming deeper bonds with others.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I have lived in Fontaine for a long time, but I do not belong here. That is why I call myself an outsider, a fish out of water.
But if you put it that way, we're also outsiders of to Fontaine. Also, no, I don't believe that at all. You belong here more than anyone. This is your fucking land.
Yeah, we have nothing to do with all those organizations anyway. So how about we come with you on your investigation?
Technically, it's his land, air, and most importantly, the sea.
Let's team up and round up all the bad guys lurking in the dark.
Damn, Paimon's about to be a vigilante of justice.
That does not sound like a bad idea. I rarely investigate cases on my own, but with professionals like you around, I'm sure it will go a lot smoother.
Oh, Paimon's starting to get a little embarrassed. Just leave it to us.
I will write my note of absence right away. Let us depart together once I'm done.
Alrighty, here we go. You know what's hold on, Neuvillette writes a note to Farina and sets it on the
Let
desk.
us go. We should visit Kiara first and try to gain a better understanding of the situation.
Can I peep that note real quick? Hold on. You know what's so funny?
So Neuvillette feels like he doesn't truly belong here in Fontaine, but is that really true?
It better not be.
Paimon feels like he has a kinda skewed perspective on a lot of things. Anyway, let's catch up with him first.
He's probably hurt by the fact that as a dragon, he's trying to understand people, but people are so complex and quick to judge and quick to be hateful and like spiteful and express like the worst qualities of mankind that he's probably just like, yeah, I'll never fit in with people because I'm not like them. The remains of the past day. So you know what's really funny?
Paimon's been thinking.
Oh.
You called yourself a fish out of water,
Paimon
right?
keeps interrupting me.
But since you're the Hydro Dragon, would a dragon out of water suit you better?
I was gonna say that.
Thank you for your suggestion. I will consider using the more accurate term in private occasions.
I came this close
Please allow
to
me to
saying that
rephrase.
in the
As
phrase.
a dragon out of water.
Bruh.
Ugh. That sounds kind of weird. Let's stick with the previous version instead.
Thank God I didn't say that. I almost said that when he was like, I feel like a fish out of water. I was gonna be like, well, technically you're a dragon out of water. And then Paimon beat me to the punch and now she's regretting it. So I'm glad I didn't say anything. Holy moly. Also, the letter is right here. Let's see this real quick. Neuvillette's letter. Away for personal reasons. We'll be back in a day. Oh, wow. Short, sweet, to the point. So what I was going to say was a lot of people have, this isn't something that like I just kind of came up with now, but it's kind of cool looking at it more, that Aether utilizes like a mini version of the Archon slash actually, I think more so the dragons. I guess the power of the Archons is really from the power of the dragons in terms of their like godhood or like their Gnosis authority. While Neuvillette uses a freaking hydro cannon to attack, Aether uses like a little like water gun, which is kind of like a lesser version of what the dragons do. So when you think about it, when we're attuning to the elements of each nation, because the Gnosis is powered by the dragons, I wonder if we're really attuning to the elements of the dragons. Like Aether is basically becoming, bro. Chat, am I allowed to cook real quick? So really quick, you know how Nibelung was like the dragon king? I guess he commanded the other dragons. What if Aether's Nibelung and he's getting the power of all the other dragons, and by the end of the game, he will attain his true form? What, he's Anemo, Hydro, Electro, Dendro, and Geo. He's 5 out of 7 right now. And so I'm just kind of like, Aether has to have some crazy revelation about himself. And he's going around and he's basically like a mini dragon. He's like a baby dragon compared to all these other dragons when it comes to their abilities. Dvalin, he has like his tornado attack. Ajdaha, he has like his stomping, like earth-shattering attack. Neuvillette, he's got his little water gun version of the hydro cannon. Apep kind of does like a similar like blooming dendro attack. Raiden has like those blades, which we haven't seen a dragon, so she's the closest example. So I'm just kind of curious if he's either Nibelung or if he's basically being molded to become the next best thing for the dragons to fight alongside. He's either gonna be Nibelung or he's like secretly like the dragon king of the past that used to exist in old Teyvat, and like I don't know his story with him and Lumine, because if they're twins, like how does that work? Unless he's like some crazy like dragon experiment situation gone wrong. Or they could be twin dragons for all I know. You know what I mean? I have no idea. But yeah, I'm gonna say that he's somehow affiliated with Nibelung as he continues on in the world and he borrows the authority from these other dragons through these other nations. I feel like that's gonna become more of a focus by the end of the game. That's why Aether doesn't have a vision. It's because Mans doesn't need one. The dragons don't need visions. The dragons have authority. And if he would be the Dragon King, then he wouldn't need their permission because he would basically be one of them. I started thinking about that because he was like, oh, we're also outsiders. We're also not from Fontaine. The more you think about it, Aether and Neuvillette are more alike the more you look at it, right? Their attacks are similar. They're both outsiders, so to speak. I'm cooking my freaking ass off.
I never thought I'd see him here.
Oh,
Does anyone have a camera?
ladies. That's funny. The Doge.
The weather's amazing today.
Chihuahua! Oh my gosh, she's actually a Melazine. Melazine.
Kiara,
Hello.
Monsieur Neuvillette! And oh, I remember! You're the Traveler and Paimon!
Ah!
I've heard about you.
All right, this might be my favorite Melazine, no bias.
Aw, she's adorable! Hey there, it's nice to meet you. Thanks for the compliment. Is there anything I can do for you?
I heard from Sidine that you received a threatening letter.
Yeah, who did it?
A threatening letter? Oh, right! I remember now. The letter fell through the crack in my door as I was heading out this morning. It said something about catching me, so I thought someone wanted to play hide and seek.
You wholesome little bean.
But Sidine told me it was a threatening letter, and that I could be in danger. But that's not gonna happen with everyone looking after me, right?
Aw, not while I'm on the watch.
Have you run into any suspicious-looking people recently?
Suspicious-looking people? What counts as suspicious?
Someone who follows you from behind, someone who's always strikes up a conversation with you.
Ah!
Oh,
Did you think of something? Nope. I don't remember meeting anyone like that.
okay. That reaction said otherwise.
Do you still have the letter with you? I want you to show me what it says.
Oh, let's see. Found it.
Now then, get lost. If you don't leave the Maréchaussée Phantom, I will come and catch you in person. Don't say I didn't warn you.
I fucking dare you, bro. I will turn you into the next La Senora, okay? You will be the next r/subreddit that goes off to die.
A simple
Charlotte?
threat. Neither the handwriting nor the content itself reveals anything
Hold
about
up.
the writer's intentions.
Was that Charlotte?
We can't rule out that possibility.
That viewfinder, bro. Like that was Charlotte last time.
Since you can't think of anyone suspicious, I will be heading back to the Palais Marmonia to review some official documents.
Someone's like, Monsieur Neuvillette's outside his office? This is huge.
Kiara, you should come with us. It's safer if you stay close by.
Sure. Wait, no. I still have a case to work on. I promised Alof that I'd check on her place later.
Alof.
But you are being watched right now. Going off on your own could be dangerous.
And that's where we come in to help. We'll stay with Kiara and make sure she's safe.
All right, good.
With us around, anyone scheming to hurt Kiara can forget about it.
Yeah, you tell him, Paimon. You hear that?
Thank you, Traveler. Big sis Paimon.
Big sis I'm sure you're bigger and taller than Paimon, but okay. Aw.
Don't worry, your big sis Paimon is super strong.
Confirmed, chat. Paimon's stronger than we can imagine.
All right, let us go our separate ways for now. Please take care of Kiara.
I never thought I'd hear the day someone called Paimon Big Sister.
We'll take her to Alof's place right away. See you around.
Alrighty.
So, Kiara, how old are you?
Like,
Let me think. 1, 2, 10?
she's like 400.
I can't remember. But I remember coming to the court of Fontaine with Carol and Neuvillette. That must have been a long time
400
ago.
years old and counting.
Carol? Didn't Neuvillette mention her just now?
Yeah.
That was more than 400 years ago.
Old.
Why would Paimon be a big sister to you?
That's true.
My memory isn't that
Paimon, you're
good.
probably older than she
Carol
is.
told me I could address others based on how I feel about them. Paimon feels a lot more grown up than me, so you're a big sis.
Aw.
Huh. Paimon sees. Hey, Traveler, did you hear that?
Did I hear how sus it is that Paimon's a big sister to someone who's 400 years old? Yes, I did. Paimon wasn't around during Conria. Oh, who is that? Is that Charlotte over there?
Strange. Paimon felt like someone was following us.
Or someone from the Steambird?
Olaf!
Hello.
Kiara, you're here. Huh? Wait, aren't these two?
Oh, they're the Traveler and Big Sis Paimon.
I thought so. What brings you here?
We're on a secret mission.
All right. Guess I shouldn't have asked.
May I begin inspecting the store as planned?
Of course. Go ahead.
All right. It's a boutique area. Let me put on my binoculars real quick. I mean, they have sharp eyes, so probably has X-ray vision.
No hazards detected. You've cleared the inspection. Seems like the criminal from that case last month never set foot in here at all.
That was quick. What were you inspecting?
I took a look around the shop. Neuvillette says that us Melazines have special eyes that can see things people can't.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
Things like bloodstains. No matter how hard you try to clean them up, we Melazines can see their residual stains for some time. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, I guess if you want to be a forensics scientist or whatever.
All right. Now that you're done inspecting, can we have a chat? Hear me out. I'm planning to release an outfit for children next month and wanted to hire you as my model. Is that okay with you?
Aw, that's sweet. I hope this lady isn't in on it. Please don't. I'm like super sus.
Of course! Is there anything I need to do?
Please wait a moment while I take your measurements. The sample should be a perfect fit.
All right, I gotta.
Seems like they get along really well.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking around though. Oh, I see someone's hat. I see someone's head in the corner over there. That literally looks like it could be Charlotte's little hat.
Huh?
In the corner?
What are you looking at?
I think there's someone over there. No, someone's behind us.
Is there really someone
I can
watching us?
literally see their head right there.
Let's sneak over and take a look.
All right, in that shot that we just saw, they were literally right here. You can literally see their hat hiding back here. They're wearing a red hat. This is Charlotte. You're not doing a good job, okay? All right, let's see. Oh! Yeah. Nice going, Charlotte.
Strange. Why isn't he back yet?
She's like, oh, man, I came out here for Neuvillette. Where'd he go?
Gotcha!
Ah! Look at that. Paimon just fucking scared the life out of her. She's so frightened with fear, she's paused in stasis. She can't even move right now. Oh my god. Damn, the Finch even was like, I'm out of here.
Charlotte, what are you doing here? Oh, wait, don't tell Paimon you're the one who sent Kiara that threatening letter. But you don't seem like the type to...
Threat letter? What threat letter?
What are you doing here exactly? Also, Paimon, why would you say Charlotte of all people would do that? Come on now.
This is starting to feel like an interrogation. Okay, I'll be straight with you.
It's an interview.
I don't know the slightest thing about that threat letter you mentioned. I only wanted to follow Monsieur Neuvillette and request an interview with him.
I figured.
You want to interview him?
That's right. I'm not the only one, you know. Interviewing him is every journalist's dream.
Yeah, I figured. He's out and about, and people are like, oh my god, it's him.
But it's not an easy task to accomplish. The Palais Mermonia rarely accepts appointment requests from us, and we never have the chance to interrupt when the court's in session. So imagine how surprised I was seeing him out on the streets today.
Yep.
It seemed like you were investigating something too. The perfect opportunity to whip up an exclusive, don't you think?
I like how they're sprinkling Charlotte throughout the Archon quest and even this story quest, because she's coming out next patch.
Of course, I'll make sure to turn in my manuscript to him for review. I have my principles, and I'd never publish an article without the consent of all parties involved.
It'd be better if we kept this secret.
Yeah, we're doing a secret investigation that can't be made public knowledge.
I see. Well, if you say so, I guess I'll put this matter aside for now. Oh, what a shame. Chances like this don't come by very often, you know.
Don't worry, Charlotte. You'll get your big break someday.
In exchange, could you tell me what the threat letter is about? I swear I won't tell.
I swear to God. Okay. Thank God she has journalistic integrity. All right, you tell Charlotte about the letter Kiwawa received.
What? Someone's targeting a cute little Melazine?
That's what I'm saying.
Shh, not so loud. It just so happens that I did an interview with Kiara. Last month, in fact. It was well received by our readers, so I was planning to continue the series. And now someone's coming after her? I'll ask my colleagues about it. Who knows? We might find something. And don't worry, I know what I'm doing. This secret's safe with me.
Good.
But I gotta warn you, even if I keep my lips sealed, others will know eventually.
What? What's that supposed to mean?
Why? People care a great deal about Monsieur Neuvillette's each and every move. Some may have already realized that something was up. Besides, the case involves Melazines, so...
Makes sense. It's basically their adoptive father.
Anyway, I'll get going now. Watch your...
All right, you too, Charlotte.
Well, that was a nice chat. Let's head back and check on Kiara.
I know, Kiara could have been freaking Melazine napped for all we know, because we took our sweet time. Oh! All right, you know what? Never mind. Clorinda's here. No one's fucking with the champion duelist.
What do you think? The design looks pretty good, huh?
She just came out of nowhere, bro.
I think it's great.
They are littering these characters.
Huh. It's very pretty indeed.
Torrent, what are you doing here?
Woo!
It seems that you just showed up out of nowhere.
As I passed by the Palais Mermonia, I heard that Neuvillette was investigating a case with you. Technically speaking, he and I are under an employer-employee relationship. It didn't feel right to have my employer personally take on such trivial cases.
Oh, okay.
I happened to have some time at the moment, and came to take a look. I sometimes have my clothes custom-made at this boutique, in any case, so we always have a lot to talk about.
Yo, Kiara's gonna have, like, the true entourage by the end of this quest.
Ah, Neuvillette sure is lucky to have someone like you.
Leave this to me. You should go meet up with Neuvillette.
Okay.
Okay then, we'll leave Kiara in your hands. Come on, let's go find Neuvillette.
Alrighty. Are they still out here? Please tell me they're still out here. Oh, thank God. I didn't get a picture with her last time in the freaking prison, and I'm not gonna miss my opportunity now. There we go. Oh, I feel like this one's even better.
How has your work been recently?
Same as usual. My schedule normally isn't too packed, so I have plenty of time for myself.
Ooh, then shall we go out to play? How about a beach vacation, like last time?
Last time?
I've even signed up as a volunteer lifeguard. I'm really good at swimming, so I'm sure I can help.
Oh, yeah, of course. That's in their blood, being able to swim. All right, I want a picture with Kiwawa as well. Alrighty. Aw, that's such a good picture. These two are like standing off of here like rivals. Look at them. This poor lady in the background. She's like, what's going on here? Neuvillette, I can do that same thing too. Look at me. I'm your mini dragon child. You just don't know it yet.
Oh, you're back. Is everything all right?
We ran into Torrent. She offered to help us protect Kiara.
Nice.
That is good to hear. I trust her abilities. It looks like Kiara is in good hands.
We thought so too. Well, did you find any leads?
I've been looking over the case records, specifically inspection reports submitted by Kiara and major cases I've judged over the past decade.
Okay, we're gonna be like, maybe someone got mad at us.
I've come up with two plans. On one hand, I could start with Kiara and track down the group behind all this step by step. On the other, I could also analyze the conflicting interests of these major cases and confirm my suspicions if there is indeed a mysterious group that bears a grudge against me.
They both sound like pretty solid plans, but can you really finish browsing through all these documents? That's a lot of reading even for Paimon.
Don't worry. I'm a fast reader when it comes to official documents.
Sheesh.
After all, I have several hundred years of reviewing under my belt.
That's funny.
Through them. We have nothing else to do.
Paimon, you can read? What is this?
Thank you. I will continue looking through the ones piled up on the desk, but feel free to browse through anything else in this room.
Alrighty. What the hell? About Risley? About smuggling? Sheesh, there's so much here. Let's see what he's doing first.
You're done reading already?
No.
Please wait a moment. I still need some time.
Damn, bro. 400 years of reading and I'm already done? No, I'm just kidding. Damn, bro. Okay, let's start from scratch. Okay, the Spina di Rosu. Actually, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going Risley first. The defendant, Risley. Oh! Is this when he was an inmate at the prison first? The defendant, Risley, has confessed to his crimes and was declared guilty by Udix Neuvillette. Risley will be exiled to the fortress of Meropide where he will be serving his sentence. During the trial, Neuvillette remained silent for a time. Damn. This shit goes way back, dude. Holy moly, I wasn't expecting that. About the Spina di Rosula. Callus, boss of the Spina di Rosula, was defeated in a duel and died of serious injuries. The defense of his honor has now come to a close. The defendant will not raise any objections throughout the trial. Udix Neuvillette reserved judgment in this case. Their details are still under investigation. Nice. About bribery. There has been a serious bribery scandal within the guards. The Special Security and Surveillance Patrol has investigated the case. All subjects involved have been arrested. The suspects have confessed to their crimes. There you go. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. About the Representative Council's proposal. The Representative Council has filed a request to collaborate with the Marchese Phantom on certain public events. Based on research, they believe that melazine can enhance the popularity of these events. The Marchese Phantom has yet to respond. However, it has not prohibited the melazine from participating in such activities. And about the smuggling case. The smuggling case was solved by the joint forces of the guards and the Marchese Phantom. The principal offenders have received judgment based on the severity of their crimes. Please refer to the index for the list of names. All right. Some good judgments there by Neuvillette.
Have you made any progress?
We skimmed through some of them, but there wasn't anything useful. Oh, there's so many documents lying around. Just how many cases have you handled?
400 years worth.
I would love to answer that question, but the truth is I've never made a precise calculation myself.
Jesus.
If memory serves me right, there should be at least 100,000 cases. The documents you see are just a small fraction.
Oh my God. 100,000 cases in 400 years? This place is a shit show.
Whoa, that's a lot.
Oh my
Looks
God.
Like the work of a Chief Justice isn't easy at all.
That might be how it seems from another's perspective, but trials and official duties are, to me, simply routine.
I know, but it's just like, why is there so much crime happening here? Jesus.
There are many documents here. Take a break if you are tired.
You read Paimon's mind.
Paimon's always willing to slack off.
All right. Let us take a break then.
All right, let's have some tea. I know y'all are a big fan of that around these parts. It's tea time. Oh, you good? Awkward. What do we do?
Even though resting is a part of taking a break, shouldn't we at least talk about something?
Yeah.
All the silence is making Paimon feel really awkward.
Please pardon my lack of consideration. People rarely come to the Palais Mermonia for matters outside of work. To be quite honest, I am not sure what we should do.
He's like, I don't know what to do at the workplace other than work.
Would you like to have some drinks, perhaps?
Ooh.
You must be thirsty after all that work.
Paimon did no work, but okay.
Ooh, drinks! Thank you! Paimon wonders what Neuvillette likes to drink. Oh, maybe he's a fan of really fancy wines.
Oh God, Paimon has not heard Neuvillette's idle dialogue on the flavors and distinctions of water from different nations, apparently.
Water comes in many flavors. To the complex water is crisp and pure. Water from the water possesses an endurance. The water possesses a depth to flavor unlike any other.
He seems like the type of person who'd own an entire winery. You know, like D-Luke.
No, he'd own a watery, you know? Because he enjoys the crisp, refreshing taste of water from different nations in Genshin Impact. Neuvillette momentarily leaves and brings back several exquisite wine glasses.
What's inside these glasses? It looks just like water.
I swear to God, if he does his fucking dialogue in fucking cutscene form, I'm ending this stream. The water
An
from
astute
Mondstadt.
observation. It is indeed water.
No. I can't do this again.
So it's just plain old water?
Plain old water? I take offense to that as dragon sovereign of water.
What did you think it was?
Thought it was some high refined, exquisite beverage.
Since you're the Chief Justice and all,
Bruh.
I thought you'd prefer something more sophisticated.
I swear to God, Neuvillette, don't do this to me.
This water is indeed very special. It would not be an overstatement to call it sophisticated.
Huh?
I believe you've already tried Fanta. In fact, there are many other drink factories in Fontaine, including those that specialize in packaging pure drinking water.
I would love Neuvillette and Zhongli to talk about anything. Like, I feel like they would just go back and if it was about water, osmanthus wine, perhaps? Good lord.
Said water is sourced from all across Tevat, including Mondstadt's Cider Lake, Liyue's Chintsa village, and Inazuma's Konda village.
We're teetering on that idle dialogue, guys.
Here is one of their latest products, water from Sumeru's Apam Woods.
Is there any differences? I couldn't possibly know after having you in my party for like the last 3 weeks.
If I were to comment on their mouthfeel, the waters of Cider Lake warm the heart. The waters of Chintsa village have a poignant touch.
Bruh.
While one might call the waters of Konda village placid.
All right, they tried so hard to redo it without actually redoing it.
Distinct differences exist between the waters of each area. You will appreciate their intricacies once you taste them carefully.
Aether's like, where have I heard this before? This is so familiar.
Really? Let Paimon try!
Nah, this is like the equivalent of like an artist who knows the very accurate shades of colors, and then another like normie that's just like, no, all of those colors are just one color.
What do you think?
It's just water.
Nope. Paimon couldn't taste any difference at all. Isn't this just normal water?
Uncultured swine.
How regrettable. It seems like you still have a long way to go in refining your tastes.
Actually uncultured.
Hey, this doesn't have to do with refining our taste. Paimon's pretty sure most ordinary people can't tell the difference. How did you do it anyway?
He's literally water incarnate. The waters of this world probably originate from him.
Oh, could it be because you're the Hydro Dragon?
Paimon just downgraded, bro. That could be the case.
We are allowed to bring that up, right?
I just want to shake
Since no one
Paimon.
else is
I'll be like,
around?
just want to shake her.
Oh, Paimon's been wanting to ask this for ages. If you're the Hydro Dragon, why would you become Chief Justice in human society?
Because y'all motherfuckers need it. Y'all motherfuckers need Jesus, but apparently he doesn't exist in this world, so I'm the next best thing.
Sorry. Paimon was just curious. You don't have to answer.
There's nothing to hide. I was simply organizing my thoughts.
He's like, in order to understand humans, I must judge humans.
I accepted this position because I wanted to seek out answers to questions that have perplexed me.
Questions? Are there really things you can't figure out?
Many, in fact. But the one question that puzzles me the most concerns my own existence.
When you think about it, Fanis created humans. So why would a dragon be reborn in the form of one? In the form of a human, which was the creation of their enemy?
In essence, I neither know why I was born in this form,
Yeah,
nor do I understand where my long life should take me.
I figured that much.
I lost many memories from the moment I was born. The primordial sea, for example.
Fuck.
I can only vaguely recall its connection to me, but I am unaware of what that connection is exactly.
Damn, man. I kind of wish we knew more about the previous Hydro Dragon now. Maybe the loss of his authority is why he lost his memories too, right? Maybe it's not just the fact that he died. Is there anyone who can answer those questions?
Perhaps the elemental dragons of other nations may have some form of an answer.
Pep!
However, they are scattered across all of Tevat.
Pep's
Abruptly
like right
visiting
across.
could very well pose an unpredictable risk.
She's right across the water. I'm sure she'd be happy to see you. Also, if you use Neuvillette to fight any of the elemental dragons, you're scum of the earth, okay? You are literally an evil and bad person. I respect you less for that.
True. Some of them have very personalities, too.
I'm just kidding, by the way. I don't care.
I have been holding on to these unanswered questions for a long time. But there is one thing I've discovered along the way. My emotions easily resonate with those of others. Even I don't have the slightest idea what they mean.
Bro freaking cries and the world feels it.
My guess would be that there are at least some similarities between humans and myself. By observing their behavior, perhaps I could one day understand the meaning of my existence.
That's so profound, dude. I want that for Neuvillette. I want Neuvillette to get everything he wants.
Have you made any progress then?
Perhaps, but I find such progress difficult to describe. As an outsider, chances to engage in meaningful interactions with others are few and far between. That's why I'm quite thankful for this chat. Such opportunities are rare. Alas, time is limited. We should move on with our investigation.
This is great.
Are we gonna continue reading these documents? Paimon's getting dizzy already.
I wasn't able to find any leads even after browsing through most of the documents. But while we were on the topic of water a moment ago,
God.
Another idea came to me.
Water? Do you mean...
Ooh, the Fountain of Lucine, aka the Fountain of Lumine.
That's right. The Fountain of Lucine is where all of Fontaine's waters converge. It is the vessel of countless memories and emotions.
Can he tap into that water, like as the Sovereign?
If there really were an organization attempting to use Melusines against me, they should also hold an intense resentment towards me.
He's gonna freaking source their emotions in the water and find out what they're doing.
Perhaps we'll be able to find some new leads by sensing the hydro element within the fountain.
He's gonna tap into the water. Get it, guys? Tap into the water. Tap water. Is this thing on? Do you guys get the joke?
Huh. Why didn't Paimon think of that?
Okay.
Come on, let's go take a look.
This is
Perhaps
crazy.
we should go. There shouldn't be too many people near the Fountain of Lucine during the evening. Looks like we got lucky today. There's hardly anyone around.
I love how it just auto-snapped to nighttime.
What should we do next? Oh, Traveler, can you still hear the voices from the fountain?
Oh my god. Vache! Vache! Should I drink more primordial seawater?
Perhaps leave the investigation to me. I need you to take a few steps back and keep a safe distance.
It's either Vache or Farina crying. Like, that's the only two options I have, and I don't like either of them.
A safe distance? Neuvillette, what exactly are you...
Oh!
Whoa, it's glowing!
That is fucking cool! Holy shit! As the Fountain of Lucine lights up, a wave of dizziness washes over you. What just happened? Are we in a memory? Oh shit! Bro! He's like an Irminsul, no, not Irminsul, he's like a ley line for water. He just tapped into the emotions, the emotional memories of the past through water. Everything looks a little different than how they are normally. I should continue forward and take a look around. Bro! The place looks so different! The opera house isn't here yet. Yo, this is so cool. The opera house wasn't created yet. Oh, I guess that's what it looks like. It's over there. It's so much smaller than it looks right now. There's nothing there. Yeah, nothing yet. This place looks incredible. You can see like the landscapes in the area. Ooh. The other Melusine from the past. Carol.
Thank you for bringing us here, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Aww. I'm so sad, chat. I already know what's gonna happen.
The Court of Fontaine is truly incredible. There's so many things I've never seen or heard before.
This is not cool, man.
I understand your excitement, but there's no need to thank me. Although I have responded to your wishes, it was not without personal interest. Melusine's special sight make them especially suited for joining the Maréchaussée Phantom. I'm certain you'll become an indispensable part of Fontaine's detective force.
Hell yeah, Neuvillette's like, yo, y'all about to shine.
I know, but I'm really glad to be of help.
Aw.
Not only can I repay you for your kindness, but also, it feels like my life has become a lot more meaningful.
True.
But a meaningful life also comes with its risks.
It's definitely the safest to just stay in the village. But I want to see the outside world nonetheless.
I hate humans, chat. Why do we do this?
In truth, I've never really understood the purpose of my existence, or what I'm capable of contributing to this world. For almost 20 years, we've stayed in our village without finding any answers. That's why we wanted to leave our village and look for the meaning of our existence elsewhere.
Damn, he's like, she's just like me for real.
I understand your confusion. In fact, I feel the same way. I too came here for an answer to my questions about my own existence.
Really? Could you tell us what we should do to fit in as you did? The truth is, many people threw rocks at us today and told us to go back to our village. It hurt a lot when they hit me in the head, and I tried really hard not to cry.
The reason why Neuvillette fits in is because he passes for a human. He's like human passing because he looks like a human despite what he really is. So he doesn't get judged by his appearance and like people not knowing what he really is.
Logically speaking, both time and effort are essential when different species attempt to peacefully coexist. It will be a difficult road ahead, with countless obstacles to overcome. Different identities and ways of thinking all contribute to strengthening the barrier between one another. Removing it will be no easy feat.
That is true.
There aren't many suggestions I can share, because just like you, I haven't fully integrated into this society. Despite my social status, I am still an outsider.
Yeah, I guess from that perspective, people also like don't like Neuvillette because they don't see him as like from here. Like he just showed up one day, despite the fact that, if anything, they're the outsiders.
Oh, I see. Let's all do our best then.
Aww.
I'm confident that we'll find the meaning of our existence one day.
That was in the trailer.
I believe in you, but you shouldn't lose sight of the difficulties ahead. If you run into any trouble, I suggest that you inform Vautrin, the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Huh? Is he the person I met in the Palais Marmonia earlier?
Yes? Do you have any concerns?
That stone-faced human. He didn't even bother to look at me when I tried talking to him.
Aww.
It felt like he wasn't interested in anything but work.
He is an earnest man. There will be plenty of opportunities to work together in the future, so please try to get along.
Damn, dude. Damn, bro. That's actually like very heart-wrenching when you realize that like she just wanted to live her life and be treated like everybody else, and it was like made impossible by shitty people. Neuvillette, that probably eats away at him.
Can I help with anything?
Thanks, but no need.
Fuck you.
Oh.
Fuck this guy. Fuck that guy. I'm so mad. I'm so angry about this, dude. I'm so pissed.
Hello, I'm Carol, a Melazine. Is there anything you need help with?
Get away from here! I'm calling the guards!
Please, calm down. I don't mean to cause any harm.
Why is Hoyoverse doing this, bro?
Hard to say.
Yeah, we should probably stay away from these monsters. Haven't you realized? Strange incidents have been increasing ever since they came.
Why should we trust this species from who knows where anyway? I can't believe Neuvillette allowed them into the court of Fontaine just like that.
Exactly. That so-called Chief Justice even granted them official positions. Not only that, but they're now responsible for investigating cases as well. I swear, there's some hidden agenda at play here.
The worst of the worst.
Go away! Quit acting innocent!
I'm not leaving. I won't let you say bad stuff about him.
Yeah, fuck you. That's my dad you're talking shit about.
We joined the Maréchaussée Phantom and solved lots and lots of cases. We've never done anything wrong.
Solving cases? With Neuvillette in cahoots with you? You could have fabricated it all, and no one would know.
Oh, but you know, you also fabricated that fabrication as your evidence.
So tell me, how can you guarantee that you Melazines aren't involved in anything that occurred recently?
Yeah, you can't argue with that logic because it makes no fucking sense.
Didn't I tell you before? Don't go advertising if you're not a good talker.
Torrent?
Aside from spreading unjustified rumors, if you continue insulting members of the Mare Chaussee Phantom, the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol has every right to subject you to interrogation.
I love this guy. Spit yo shit, King.
There have indeed been an increase in cases recently, perhaps due to the shifting currents of conspiracy, and I understand your concern. However, there's been no evidence pointing towards Melusines being involved.
Yeah.
Even the captain of the security patrol is on their side. Neuvillette's newly reformed police force is already corrupt to the core.
All right, so you can arrest this lady for spreading rumors, unjust rumors, and propaganda.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
Well.
You heard that?
Yeah, I don't understand. Why won't anyone believe us?
There have been rumors saying that you were born from calamity, and that you inherently bring danger to those around you.
Actually, they were a beautiful accident. It's not like they're like Elenus, who was like actively like making things worse for people around them when he didn't even know. They're actually like the best part of their dad.
There are countless negative rumors about you floating around in Fontaine. It's near impossible for you to become a part of this society. Best if you give up before it's too late.
Monsieur Neuvillette said that we needed to put both time and effort in. I don't know how long it'll take, but I can at least try making my best effort.
What a great Melusine, dude.
I still want to try a little harder. Thank you for bailing me out earlier. Okay, I won't be taking any more of your time. I painted a lot of flyers last night, so I have to stay and hand them out to everyone.
Give them to me.
I'll do that for you. You take the rest of the day off.
You're not gonna take them away, right?
We'll hand them out together.
Aww.
The faster we get this done, the sooner we can head back.
What a goat. Neuvillette chose the best of the best, dude. Is this the area where the, where that giant guillotine is constructed? Oh, wait. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm dumb. That was the original fountain that starts your path towards the opera house. Okay, they gave me the okie doke. They debated me, Chad. That wasn't my fault.
Monsieur Neuvillette, what's this?
I thought it was like old, like before places were like fully constructed.
Medals of Peace, awarded to you and Vautrin.
Aw, yo!
Thank you for your continued dedication in the past 5 years. You've taken one small step forward in helping Melusines gain the trust of humans.
Look at that. The best of both worlds right there. The best of humans, the best of Melusine.
I think I'll pass.
Hey, don't say that.
What?
We wouldn't have made it this far without you. It won't be long before Melusines begin living peacefully with the humans. Just the thought of it makes me happy.
You hear the little sounds, the little whoop, 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 like noises?
Don't keep your hopes up.
Sound effects?
We've barely scratched the surface. There's still a long way to go before that dream of yours comes true.
He probably didn't live to see that. You know, it was 400 years ago.
You blockhead! Don't ruin the mood!
Damn.
Vautrin brings up a good point. The trust humans have placed in you is still very fragile. Any small incident could undermine the hard work you've put in. Please be on your guard for the next few days.
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, you tell him, Carol. She's awesome. I love her. Oh.
Medal of Peace? Peace isn't going to give us back what's rightfully ours.
Bro, I'm about to give you a piece of my mind if you keep talking shit.
Are you sure we should do this? We're no match for Neuvillette, even with all our powers combined. What if...
Nah, not gonna happen. As long as he remains in his position, there's no chance he'd take us out personally.
Damn, bro, you're gonna take his kindness for weakness? I would have literally hydro-cannoned these motherfuckers and not blinked an eye.
There are rules even he must comply with in the political sphere. Unless he wants to become an enemy of Fontaine. So quit worrying and just go ahead with it. I've already planned out the murder. Once we lay the blame on the Melusines as the person who brought them to the court of Fontaine, Neuvillette will be left with no excuse.
Oh my god. At this point, I would have just gone down to the fortress and unlocked that freaking floodgate. I would have been like, yeah, this generation needs to go. We'll start over, and we'll be good by the time the Traveler comes through in another 400 years.
I guess you're right. Ugh. If he just left things the way they were, it never would have come to this. But he's forced our hand. Time to teach him a lesson.
Bro, Celestia did nothing wrong. That first wave, maybe they did deserve it. If they were as bad as these people. Oh, boy.
Turn the murderer in!
What the fuck, man?
Melusines can't be trusted! That goes for Neuvillette, too!
I love this quest, but I hate it.
Peaceful coexistence? What a joke. Get out of the court of Fontaine and don't ever come back!
Neuvillette probably is like, bro, I could have done more. I hope he doesn't regret his decisions.
The results of the investigation are in, Captain Vautrin.
Go on.
Bullshit!
There is no direct evidence, but reasonable inference indicates that the ones controlling the situation are supporters of the old regime, whose interests have been undermined by the reform. They tricked Miss Carroll into going to the crime scene and pressed charges against her. After that, they incited panic among the people in order to make Monsieur Neuvillette confess to his mistakes and yield up power. The guards were stopped by the enraged mob and couldn't intervene in time. Miss Carroll chose to sacrifice herself to pacify the situation.
And she called me a blockhead. A little investigation would have cleared things up. Why didn't she wait until we'd established the truth? She didn't have to prove her innocence like that.
The situation had rapidly escalated to a physical altercation between infuriated citizens and the guards. Miss Carroll might have thought there was no better plan.
Yeah, so then they get what they want.
That is indeed something she'd do.
Captain Vautrin, should I present these results to Monsieur Neuvillette right away?
Bro, if I was this guy, I would literally go and single-handedly, like, take out each one of these people. I would literally become a vigilante overnight.
There's no need.
I don't give a damn.
Notify the guards to restrict public access to all information.
He's like, all right, let me know who was at the scene of the crime. Let me know who's behind this. I'll take care of the rest.
Restrict access to... Wait, are you planning to...
There's something I've never told Carol. I had a little sister named Ilaria who passed away when I was very young.
God damn it, dude. Hoyoverse hates a happy ending, bro. I swear to God.
She's just like Carol in every possible way. Innocent, kind, always believing the best of people. People like her are the most vulnerable to deception and betrayal. From the moment I met Carol, I knew that she'd be easily manipulated by others. I kept a cold demeanor and tried lecturing her into giving up.
Yeah, he was trying to protect her.
Looks like she was unfazed by that.
Yes. In fact, some of her spirit must have rubbed off on me instead. Because I too began working towards that pie-in-the-sky dream of hers. I should have known. Those cowards don't have the guts to confront Neuvillette. They even avoided causing trouble for me. They were after Carol all along.
I'm so fucking mad, bro.
Can you understand how I feel? Right now,
yes!
There's only one thought on my mind.
Yes, King!
Only through bloodshed can their debt be repaid.
All right, I don't advocate for this shit IRL, but in a story, I think this is justified.
I understand, but I'm certain Monsieur Neuvillette wouldn't accept that as a solution.
That's okay. I don't need him to.
That's exactly why we need to keep this a secret. Give me the list of suspects. What happens after this has nothing to do with any of you.
Bro, if I was this guy, I would literally go and single-handedly, like, take out each one of these people. I didn't think he'd actually do this, bro.
I will take responsibility for everything.
Oh my God. I was not thinking he would do that, actually.
Did you know? They're hearing a major case today, and the criminal is Captain Vautrin of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Good. He's like, bro, I am guilty to all charges. Happily guilty.
Apparently, he resorted to personal measures to seek revenge for Carol and settled the score with the group that framed his friend.
Yep.
Hey, why aren't you saying anything?
I'm thinking... we should try our best to bail him out when the trial commences.
Bail him out?
Bail?
Why?
Is he even gonna get bail? I don't know if they have the death sentence in this place.
Shh, keep it down! Haven't you realized? Both Vautrin and Carol are Neuvillette's most trusted subordinates. After everything that happened to Carol, Neuvillette's guaranteed to do everything he can to keep Vautrin around.
I don't know, actually. Like, he has to make a choice here. If he loses his trusted captain, then he just lost, like, his 2 strongest subordinates. And thus, like, more influence will be on the other side. But, like, if he upholds that power, he pretty much has to, like, lead with conviction.
Besides, now that the old regime has been uprooted, Neuvillette's status is secure as can be. As long as we redirect public opinion, Neuvillette will be able to give Vautrin a reprieve. The benefits are endless.
I wonder where Farina is during all of this.
Vautrin sought vengeance for his friend for a valid cause. This represents the justice he upholds.
Yeah, there you go. The public opinion swaying the Oratrice.
Please think about it. If the same thing had happened to you, wouldn't you feel the same way he did?
Yeah, actually I would.
Yeah, that's right!
This whole thing started because of those despicable cowards who levied false accusations against Carol. How could Vautrin be declared guilty for seeking revenge?
Monsieur Neuvillette.
Uh-oh. If Neuvillette overrules this, he's like, I understand what y'all are trying to do, but...
Mr. Vautrin is innocent! He's innocent!
Just the Oratrice is here still.
Order! I acknowledge your arguments. Vautrin, your revenge could be seen as a form of justice.
However,
I understand your decision, which is why I cannot help but feel regret and even grief about the judgment I must now impose. Personal justice does not equate to justice as defined by the law. To execute your plan for revenge, you abused your authority and conducted informal executions. Your actions have thus violated the law.
That fucking blows, dude. And he feels probably responsible for both the Melusine dying, and he has to, like, you know what I mean? Like, he can't just sway someone like that. Like, he is objectively correct in all of this. It's just like the moral standing of it. He can't be swayed by that.
Therefore, you will be declared guilty.
What?
That can't be! Monsieur Neuvillette, please give this a little more thought. He has done so much for Fontaine.
Vautrin, my friend, is there anything else you want to say?
Yeah, this is what it means to be human, Neuvillette.
What have I done to deserve this? I've closely followed every one of your orders. Can't you see? Everyone in this room believes that I'm innocent. Why can't you just let me off? Is this what justice means to you? Answer me, Neuvillette!
Holy shit.
Order. Since there have been no further objections, the Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vautrin.
God damn it, man.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Vautrin will be declared guilty.
Holy shit. That must...
Goodbye, Monsieur Neuvillette.
This all happened because of Carol's naive ideas.
How can different species peacefully coexist anyway?
And then it loops back to, oh, it's the Melusine's fault that he is also guilty. What a complex web of emotions this quest. Nah, Paimon, you didn't see what I just saw. I am tripping right now.
What's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
Apologies, it seems like my memories got the better of me.
I feel so much pity for this man.
I tried my best to suppress the power of Hydro within myself, but it seems like it still caused the emotions within the Fountain of Lucine to boil over. Due to my negligence, the overflow of emotions and memories must have affected you as well. Are you all right?
Are you all right? Who gives a fuck about me, dude? Are you kidding me?
Wow. The Hydro Dragon is more powerful than Paimon thought.
I want to, like, give him a hug.
Anyways, the last time we came here, the Traveler only heard voices from the Fountain of Lucine. no emotions boiling over or anything.
It is as you said. This might be because I am different.
Yeah, we literally got like a true taste of water.
It is not only the fountain. I can sense emotions from all waters in Fontaine. Rivers, lakes, and even the rain.
You got your own emotions to sort out and figure out, and then you realize like he's like hyper attuned to the emotions of everything around him. Like, bro, how do you think? How do you live your life?
That sounds awesome!
No, it's the opposite. It sounds like torture.
But I rarely ever do anything like this. Emotions carried by water are always chaotic and disconnected. As an outsider, having my mind occupied with irrelevant memories isn't exactly a pleasant experience.
The memories I saw were related to you.
Which ones?
From when you brought Carol to the court of Fontaine to where you declared Vautrin guilty. He's like, yeah, my freaking most painful memory.
It's fine. I prefer not to speak of those memories. That does not mean I am deliberately hiding them. It was a coincidence, but perhaps it is a good thing that you saw everything in that form. You should now understand why I believe there to be a conspiracy behind all this. These two cases are much too similar. I felt like I needed to do something.
Paimon's starting to lose track of what you're saying.
Don't worry about it, Paimon.
Don't leave Paimon out of the conversation. Paimon wants to help too.
Then let us get back to the point. While I was investigating the fountain, I discovered something strange. I did not sense too much hatred towards me within its accumulated emotions.
Oh.
However, I did find some resentment directed towards Kiara. If I remember correctly, it seemed to be related to a smuggling case.
We gotta protect her, man. We can't let that happen again.
I don't know what caused this to happen, but it seems like there won't be a shortcut to finding the organization that may be pulling the strings here.
Oh! Didn't we read about that in one of the documents?
You've read about it?
Yeah.
In that case, the resentment should have come from that incident.
Huh? What are you doing
here? Oh my god.
I was just about to look for you at the Palais Mermonia.
Sheesh, Navia. Oh my god, I was not expecting to see her in this quest, to be honest.
Navia! Nice to see you again. Is there something we can help with?
Hello, ma'am.
I've heard some things, but I'm not purposely asking around or anything.
Dude, they're dropping all future characters. We just need Farina in here now.
Rumors are abroad that someone's scheming against Melusines, and that you're investigating the case.
Yep.
So I told the Spina di Rosula to keep an eye out for leads. We've had unfamiliar faces showing themselves at the Fleuve Cendre lately. Maybe you'll find the suspects among them.
Among them? Among us?
Thank you. Where did you hear about all this?
The Chief Justice out on investigation, accompanied by the Traveler from afar. No matter how you conceal your whereabouts, there will be countless eyes watching you.
Charlotte! I told you not to tell anybody!
You talked to Kiara, but didn't ask her to keep things secret.
Oh.
People curious to know asked around for information.
Damn.
Then it was only a matter of time before word of the threatening letter spread all across Fontaine.
Charlotte was right. She's like, this is gonna spread, by the way.
So that's what Charlotte meant.
Yep.
Indeed. I did not expect that this could be kept hidden for too long, but the rumors still spread faster than I imagined.
You know, it could be because you attract more attention than you think.
Yeah, the freaking big cheese.
Anyway, any progress with the investigation?
The suspects who threatened Kiara might have to do with a certain smuggling case, but it is still uncertain if there is in fact another party behind all this. We are planning to return to the Palais Mermonia to revisit some details and identify the senders of that threatening letter.
All right, then I'll round up the Spina di Rosula and follow up on their progress.
Damn, Navia's always trying to help, man. She's great.
Wait for my word. Ta-ta!
Tally-ho!
Neuvillette, do you think there'll be any problems now that the word is out?
I have already considered that possibility, and I do not think that there will be any. As a matter of fact, once the word gets out, no one would dare to harm Kiara in broad daylight. What is more important is how the case is perceived by the public. 400 years ago, they chose to side with the old regime and direct their resentment towards the Melusines.
I would like to think that in the last 400 years, public opinion has changed. I don't think we've really seen that much resentment. Like, the Melusines seem so in tune with, like, their job and the people that they're working alongside and the people that they see. And some of the NPCs that you talk to, they always talk about the Melusines. So I feel like times have just changed now.
I hope the same won't happen again. Let us head back to the Palais.
I feel like now people are willing to go to bat for them if anyone tries anything. I'd hope.
Strange. What are these people doing out on the streets so late at night? Did something happen? Let's take a look around.
I was gonna say that. I was like, are these NPCs usually around here around this time?
Have you heard? Someone's plotting against Amelazine. This is 100% the truth.
Oh!
Even the Chief Justice is investigating in person.
Are they like protecting her? You want to get to the Melazine, you gotta get through us first.
What? That's it. Who's been threatening Melazine?
Yeah!
Show yourself!
Oh my god, humans have evolved. These are the lads that I'm proud of.
Our enemies are lurking in the shadows and won't easily reveal themselves. But no amount of hiding will keep us from finding them.
Good shit, dude. I'm so happy. I'm like, oh my god, I can rest easy.
That's exactly what I wanted to say. The guards have already begun to take action. We can't just stand by and watch. Think about how much we owe them. Now that they're in danger, how can we just sit back and do nothing?
Thank God. Time changes everything.
Everyone, please stay alert to your surroundings from now on. If you see any suspicious persons, report them to the guards immediately.
And this is a reporter for the Steamberg. This man's about to get the word out on the paper. Oh, look at that. They're also being watched by the police.
It feels like you've been following me this whole time. Did something happen?
Ah, I love this. I love it.
We were informed that. Nope. We just finished our shifts and happened to be strolling by.
Have you had dinner yet? Why don't we check out the new items at the dessert shop together?
This isn't a good time to be out and about.
Yeah, you sound like you can go for some food.
Come on, don't act tough. I bet you're hungry too.
All right, let's go buy a cake or something.
No, don't buy the cake. You're gonna get arrested.
You shouldn't ever skip meals, especially if you have another shift scheduled for later.
I love this. Everyone's surrounded by
Let's keeping an eye on the situation. This is the perfect chance to get promoted. We gotta make sure we give it all we've got.
Damn, these guys are looking at this as a come up. They're like, all right, we already like the Melazine, but we can have our cake and eat it too. Everyone's gonna be imprisoned by the end of this.
Seriously? Were you planning to shirk your duties if Neuvillette wasn't involved?
Damn.
Relax, I was just playing. We've worked together for years now. If something happened to them, I'd be haunted by regret for the rest of my life.
When you think about it, it's kind of like the best case scenario happened in the end, despite the tragedy that befell Carol and the unfortunate circumstance that befell the officer guy. I forgot his name. It starts with a V. Vautran. Yeah, that's his name.
That's more like it. We should stand guard until the criminal has been caught.
Come and fight me instead, you cowards!
That guy's my favorite character. Whoever said that. Oh, best NPC, dude.
Have you heard? Even the special patrol came to help.
Fight me, you cowards.
Shh, look. Isn't that Neuvillette? I think he's looking at us.
Looks like there's nothing to worry about.
There really isn't, bro. Like...
This is truly wonderful.
For real, dude. Times are changing.
So, wanna go over and say hi?
No, I should stay where I am. My appearance could give rise to unnecessary commotion. Let us stick to our plan and return to the Palais Mermonia. The faster we uncover the truth, the better.
Holy shit. These freaking scumbags are shaking in their boots now. I dare any of them to step up and do something.
All this reminds me of a rumor I've heard.
Oh.
What rumor?
I've heard that the emblem on our hats didn't always look like this. A long time ago, Melazines weren't a part of the design.
Yeah.
The police emblem only included the scales symbolizing the law.
Yep.
The emblem was redesigned later on to commemorate a Melazine's sacrifice.
Wait! That's because of Carol that design is like that. Oh my god. I remember when I first got to Fontaine and I noticed that on their head. I'm like, oh, I wonder what that looks like a mermaid creature of some sort. Because we didn't know about the Melazine when we first, it was literally the day Fontaine came out, I noticed it. And now I understand its significance. That's crazy.
That must have been a long time ago.
400 years ago. She would have still been alive. Yeah, there you go. That's a shot for Carol right there. All right, this guy's an absolute fucking giga Chad. This is the guy that was like, "Come out, you cowards!" What an absolute fucking legend. Oh my god, I love this guy so much.
No one can stay hidden on my watch.
Yo, he's literally a man on a mission. Holy fuck.
I must keep the Melazine safe.
I just can't sit back and watch.
This poor little Melazine, they're like, what's going on? This is an incredible story quest. One of the best, in my opinion. I'm just shocked how well written Neuvillette is. Like, I think he outshines every character in this region thus far. And it's kind of baffling.
The smuggling case was solved by the joint forces of the guards and the Marechaussee Phantom.
That is it.
This is the one.
Oh my god. You got the little Melazine drawing on the front. I'm gonna fucking die.
The list of involved suspects should be... Ah, found it.
Was that a sticker or was that a drawing?
What does it say?
The principal offenders Domenico, Inica, Yuna, and others have been caught. They have been sent to the fortress of Meropide following trial.
Good. And I hope they get the worst fucking meals possible. Bran, do not show mercy.
Those with close connections or mutual interests with the offenders, but who did not participate in the case, will not stand trial.
Oh, and there it is. So whoever did not get arrested is the one doing the sussery.
Among them, surveillance of Essin has ceased on account of his good behavior.
Among them?
All other personnel remain on our watch list.
Is the one who sent that threatening letter to Kiara on the list?
Yes, there is something suspicious about Essin, to be precise. It seems like he's closely related to the core members of the smuggling case, and he moves around without much restriction.
Should we tell Navi about this?
Monsieur Neuvillette, someone claiming to be from the Spina di Rosula just checked in with us.
Okay.
He said, and I quote, "We have located the suspect. They're chatting at the cafe."
Huh? How did Nadia find them so quickly? We've only just figured out the suspect's name.
I too am perplexed. The cafe isn't too far from here. We should head over and take a look.
Oh man, this quest, dude. I was not expecting things to get this fucking serious, this emotional. I'm ready to die for these Melazine now. Oh. Navia's very inconspicuous.
Hey, Navia, we're here! Whoa. Check out all these people. Hey there, are you Navia's friends too?
These are the people who have had recent dealings at the Marechaussee Phantom. They're usually hidden in the Fleuve Cendre, but I sent for someone to invite them over.
Okay.
Invite them over?
Exactly. Now, I heard there's great coffee here, and so I asked them if they'd like to come and have some.
Okay.
Yeah, it's our pleasure to be guests of the Spina di Rosula.
Why do they look miserable?
I've wanted to have a meetup like this for ages.
Something feels off. But, oh well.
Sure.
Let's get back to business. Is there anyone called Essin here?
Yes, that's me.
Uh-oh. Navi's like, get your ass over here. Damn, she's freaking mafia girl bossing right now.
Yes, monsieur Neuvillette.
Did you write that threatening letter to Kiara?
Choose your words carefully. They may be your last.
I did, but I was just following orders.
Orders from whom?
Yeah.
Domenico. He was my boss. I couldn't disobey his orders.
There it is.
Domenico. Where is he now?
The fortress of Meropide.
Damn, bro.
Well, I'm afraid even the Spina would have trouble looking into that place.
Don't worry, I'll go back in there and we'll smother him in his sleep. There you go.
Looks like you'll have to make the trip yourselves. This was as much as I could do.
You've done more than enough. I am extremely grateful for your help.
Actually, we'll just tell Risley to do it. Just throw his ass in the primordial water.
Leave the formalities for later. You should find Domenico first. If he really is the one setting up the conspiracy, it'd be best if he's exposed as soon as possible.
All right, then. Let's head to the fortress right now.
Damn, really? I have to go back? Oh, my God. Damn, Neuvillette's back for round 2, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my God, is that Fielding? Oh, my God, is that my boy Fielding? Hold up.
Welcome to the Fortress of Meripede, dear esteemed guests.
Nice to see you too, sir. Man's just walked by me like I didn't even exist.
Oh, and a greeting from none other than the Duke himself. Guess we've made a name for ourselves at this place.
This isn't anything new. I figured you had important matters to discuss when the two of you, not to mention the Chief Justice, showed up. Let's assume we've gone through the pleasantries and cut right to the chase.
Okay, you tell Wriothesley about the threat letter Kiwawa received.
I do remember a thing or two about Domenico. He once attempted to round up the other inmates and instigate a protest.
Dude, this guy never quits.
Who does this guy think he is?
For real.
Paimon hopes nothing came of it.
He once attempted to, I said, meaning that it was over before it even started. And now he's threatening Melazines, is he?
Scum of the earth, I tell you.
To be honest, Domenico doesn't seem like much of a conspirator. The fact that the three of you bothered to personally investigate raises a flag. Is there something else going on behind the scenes here?
Yes.
He's got the same concerns we do.
I'm concerned about this incident because something similar has occurred in the past. I wish to meet Domenico in person and have my questions answered. That's an easy one. Let me think. I think he's
about to flex that dragon power on him.
Did I hear someone say Melazine? What happened?
Bro, did you hear that from all the way across the prison? My god, she sprinted here.
Citrin!
A Melazine named Kiwawa received a threatening letter.
Yeah, and we're investigating. The person who threatened her seems to be imprisoned here.
She's like threatening my people? She's gonna psychologically damage this man.
Really? Is Kiara gonna be okay?
There's no need to worry. Clarande is protecting her as we speak.
Well, that's great. But if the criminal's still... Is there anything you can do about this?
Come on, Wriothesley.
Ah, head nurse. Do you require me to personally deal with the criminal?
Hey, you can.
Wriothesley. Okay, I get it. I'll bring Domenico to you. That's your only demand, correct?
He's like, I already lost one person to violence. I can't lose another.
Think of it as more of a humble request. I'm here on my own accord, not to formally transfer a criminal for trial. I urge you to set aside any concerns. Thanks for the trouble. Consider me in your debt.
Oh dear.
Whoa. If Paimon were you here, Grace, Paimon would take this chance to ask for something really important.
Damn.
Well, were I still a criminal, I'd probably ask for a lighter sentence. But I'm sure Monsieur Neuvillette would reject that.
He's like, I want a new tea set.
But enough jokes. I'll look for Domenico and bring him to you. Make yourselves at home. Our dear head nurse has mentioned you quite a few times, so I'm sure she has a lot to say.
Please come with me to the infirmary.
Alrighty.
And watch your step. There's some pretty dark areas, so make sure you don't trip over anything.
Bran, I would like my welfare meal. Thank you very much. Let's fucking go! We're eating good, boys! Hell yeah! Holy fuck, my first dish was a suspicious steak, so my luck's finally turning around, gamers. The secret to staying healthy? Don't get sick. Oh my god. Truly wise beyond their years, these fortune slips, I tell ya. Don't get sick, forehead.
Please rest here for a moment. Oh, and would anyone like anything to drink?
Water, please. Of the highest quality.
Paimon's not that thirsty, but thanks anyway.
Thirst is a warning sign that you're dehydrated, which means you have to drink up even before that.
Oh my god, I love her. That's actually so appropriately, like, accurate information. People are always like, I'm thirsty. Now I need water. It's like, no, you never want to be thirsty. You always want to be quenched.
I'll bring you some tea. I'm sure you'll have a lot to talk about.
Stay hydrated, chat. Stay hydrated, viewers. Actually, you know what?
Typical Citrin. Concerned about everyone's health as always. Why aren't you two saying anything?
You noticed them too. The badges they wore on their chests looked quite familiar.
Yeah, the Mutual Aid Network? Like, what the hell is that?
Familiar? Paimon didn't even realize they were wearing them. But if both of you say so, let's go ask them about it.
Paimon and I will go.
That's not a bad idea. I will stay here and wait for news from you. I place great trust in Wriothesley, so I rarely visit the fortress of Meropide. However, exceptional circumstances call for exceptional measures. I hope I didn't cause him too much trouble.
Aw, I like that. I like how they're like the freaking three musketeers, right? Wriothesley, Neuvillette, and Clorinde. I like how all of them are basically like the three pillars of order and prosperity. I mean, you could have four with Farina, but she seems kind of distant from them, to be honest. All right, who the hell are you people?
Anything you need?
The badge you're wearing.
Oh, this? Are you interested in joining the Mutual Aid Network?
What's that?
We have a very long history, going back as far as 400 years ago.
Ya don't say!
We have never had many members throughout our history, nor do we have much of a reputation, but everyone treats each other like family.
Uh-huh, go on.
Helping each other is our purpose. At the same time, we seek to maintain just dealings as much as possible.
Sounds like a pretty neat organization.
All we want is to defend ourselves. None of us have ever committed serious crimes, and we're not especially powerful either. We're at a natural disadvantage here in the fortress, but people won't give us a hard time if we stick together.
All right, so you guys are like a gang, a hive mind? What's happening here?
Interested in joining the Mutual Aid Network? If you'd like to learn more, here's our flyer.
Help each other. Do all you can to further justice. Do not detest just judgment. The above are the three principles of the Mutual Aid Network. All are welcome to join, and membership is free. There are no compulsory group events. The Mutual Aid Network encourages members to do what they're able, including but not limited to cleaning, exercise, tutoring, and studying. It is hoped that all Mutual Aid members will, during their time in the Fortress of Meropide, face up to the crimes that they have committed, encourage each other, support each other, and welcome the future together. What is this Boy Scout nonsense? Also, yeah, MAN, Mutual Aid Network, the MAN network, the MAN advertisement.
Our slogan may have evolved over the centuries, but our goal has remained unchanged. Here, this book is for you. You're welcome to come and sign up anytime.
Damn, it's for man and woman.
You two look kind of familiar.
Yeah, we passed by you earlier.
It's the symbol of the Mutual Aid Network designed by our first president. From what I've heard, it's based on something called a Medal of Peace. I've never seen one of those medals for myself, though.
Oh, shit.
The first president of our network was an amazing person. Powerful as he was, he never used his strength against anyone. He encouraged the weaker criminals to stick together and look out for each other. All of us have a lot of respect
Oh
for
my
him.
god, was it Vautrin when he got arrested? He was found guilty. I assume he served the rest of his life in the fortress. Holy moly!
Information. Let's head back and talk to Neuvillette.
I thought he went to prison and then died. Just lived out his life in anger, sadness, regret, and then died. He is quite literally the man. He is him.
Did you manage to gather any intel?
They should have called, the abbreviation should have been HIM because Vautrin was him.
The people who wore the badges belong to an organization called the Mutual Aid Network.
Yeah, he is the man, the myth, the legend.
According to them, the badge's design was inspired by the Medal of Peace. Have you seen any of those before?
He gave them out.
I personally crafted 2 of them myself.
Yeah.
They were awarded to Carol and Vautrin. Carol's medal was destroyed in a fire. The only one that remained should belong to Vautrin.
And you convicted him, sent him here, I assume.
Oh, so the network was inspired by...
Yeah, there it is.
Monsieur Neuvillette, His Grace has requested your presence in his office. He's found Domenico.
All right. Let us talk to him first and get to the bottom of this situation.
Alrighty, here we go. In a new light, talk to Wriothesley. Oh, it's this guy, eh?
Allow me to introduce this fine gentleman, Domenico.
I don't lie like that, my guy.
Why don't you explain everything to him? Neuvillette?
Yeah, in the flesh.
What do you want?
Gotta start talking.
What are you gonna do, kill me?
Calm down. I merely want to ask you a few questions.
Damn, bro literally said, and I took that personally.
Was it your idea to send that letter to a Melusine? Assin has already confessed, so there really isn't any need to keep hiding.
That idiot! I can't believe I trusted him.
Let me ask this another way. It was your idea to send that letter, correct?
Yes.
Who is pulling your strings?
Oh, dear.
What?
He's like, you're too stupid to do it yourself.
You're not trying to frame me for something I haven't done, are you?
It's best if you realize the gravity of your situation. The Chief Justice of Fontaine has been personally investigating your case. I assume your previous attempt to incite unrest at the Fortress of Meripede has something to do with this as well.
I admit I acted on impulse. I'll tell you the truth. But before that, you must ensure my safety.
Oh, dear.
I can do that.
You see, we're all reasonable people here.
Like good cop, bad cop, these two.
I only intended to do some small business at first. Someone contacted me about delivering some goods and promised me a generous sum of more in return. After making a few trips, I was suddenly approached by the Marechaussee Phantom. They accused me of smuggling prohibited items, and I was put on trial. But I refused to accept any of that. The ignorant can be rightfully absolved from guilt, right? Well, I suspect that someone got me locked up here so they could get their hands on my goods.
And then you decided to take revenge on the Melazines? Over that?
Damn, bro. That's not a good look for you, homie. Ignorance is not an excuse, by the way.
My initial target was Neuvillette. Everyone in the Fortress of Meripede was declared guilty by him, after all. So they must more or less hold a grudge against them, right? If I could get them to strike back.
And then he was like, oh, let me incite a similar issue in the past. But not realizing that the people have changed.
But for some reason, no one wanted to team up with me. That mutual aid network in particular. What did those nobodies even gain from trying to challenge me? Seriously.
I mean, their founder.
In the end, I had to redirect my focus onto Melazines to salvage things. I recall that Kiara was the one who confiscated my goods for inspection. So I asked one of the more approachable guards to send a letter, claiming that I meant to contact my family. But the letter was in fact addressed to Essa. I requested that he write a threat letter to Kiara and force her to resign from the Marechaussee Phantom.
Bruh.
Am I to assume that the claims you've made are your own thoughts? Have you been in contact with any suspicious people recently?
No.
Is it true that all members involved in the smuggling scandal have been caught?
Please tell us the truth.
Yes. And that's all I know.
Sijuin, please take him back to the detention center. I'll deal with him later.
Yeah, I'll deal with him later. Get out of my sight, you scumbag.
So, Monsieur Neuvillette, you were concerned that there might be a shadowy faction looking to capitalize on the delicate situation with the Melazines to stir up greater chaos?
Yeah.
Yes. I experienced a similar incident in the past, so I had to be prepared for any possibility.
And how long ago was this incident?
400 years ago.
More than 400 years.
You might be overthinking this. Time can change a lot of things. Everything's different now.
It probably feels like it hasn't been a long time, right? What's hundreds of years to someone who's probably lived thousands or has the potential to live thousands, you know what I mean? And it's also a trauma response too to all the stuff that happened. It's like, I need to make sure that it doesn't happen again. The best way is to like retrace the events that happened the first time.
What do you mean?
400 years ago, you and the Melazines you brought to Fontaine were the outliers in society.
Yeah, exactly.
But in the present day, if someone were to threaten the safety of the Melazines, people wouldn't just sit back and do nothing.
Yeah.
I trust that they would make different choices from before.
It's unfortunate that it takes stuff like that to look back on and be like, oh man, I wish we were better. But like, if you're in a better spot now, that's the takeaway. You know what I mean? That's the silver lining.
That's right! We saw lots of people standing up for Melazines on our way back to the Palais Mermonia.
Yeah.
Monsieur Neuvillette, the Melazines are a species you introduced to Fontaine. How the public treats them is also reflective of their attitude towards you.
Aww.
When people refused to place their trust in Melazines, it was because they were still on the fence about you, their unfamiliar Chief Justice.
You're not an outsider.
For almost 500 years, you've conducted every trial with impartiality. You made the right judgment each time, regardless of whatever nonsense went on. People no longer have any reservations about you and even consider you a symbol of the law.
All of that a reflection of him. What a great story quest to focus on him. That's a really clever way of like honing it back in on Neuvillette.
Right now, your every decision will impact all of Fontaine. In other words, you've gradually transformed the whole nation.
Paimon gets it now. No wonder no one wanted to join forces with Domenico.
Yeah, they're like, bro, who are you? You're a nobody. Neuvillette's literally king shit around here. Tragedies like that won't ever happen again.
I am undeserving of such high compliments. From my perspective, I have simply been fulfilling my duties. It isn't anything special or worthy of praise. I'm simply fulfilling the promises I've made and searching for answers through my judgments.
All right, well, yeah, take the damn compliment at least.
It is unnecessary to hold me in such high regard. The complexity of human emotions and willpower far exceed those of mine. As a matter of fact, I believe that you are the ones who deserve my respect.
Aww.
There's no need to be so modest. The current state of affairs says it all. You're no longer that outsider you were before. Even if you wished to investigate something on your own, many would take the initiative to lend you a hand.
God, what a great story quest. This is incredible.
I must say that you've made a fair point. Thank you for clearing my doubts. Now that the case has been settled, I should get going.
Huh? You're leaving?
And so soon, too? Why not stay for a cup of tea?
Stop with the tea, Risley! God damn it! I knew I couldn't escape this man without talking about tea.
Thank you for the offer, but I know how this place works all too well.
You're gonna talk my fucking ear off. I'm out of here.
While some are here to redeem themselves, there will inevitably be those who harbor resentment towards me.
Oh yeah, he's like, let me get out of here before I rile up the inmates.
The less time I spend here, the better. My presence could very well result in an unwanted disturbance.
In that case, I'll have to insist. I still have 2 more things to say.
Please, go ahead.
The first is about the guard who helped Domenico send that letter.
Oh?
I know of what you speak. The guard was indeed deployed from the Palais Memornia's staff. However, as I mentioned earlier, I visited today on personal business. Therefore, I leave that matter in your hands.
Okay.
Well, that makes things a lot easier.
You're not going to...
Hey now, don't let your imagination run wild. Those from up there have a tendency to sympathize with others. However, down here, such thoughts will put you at high risk. I'll have a chat with the guard and remind him to take precautions in the future.
Yeah, he's like, hey, this could have been avoided if you were a little bit more careful.
I see no issues with that.
Great! That's one thing out of the way.
Nice.
What's the other thing you wanted to say?
The other thing was born from my own sense of curiosity. Now, I've heard that you investigated the mutual aid network. Is that right?
Yep. Neuvillette thought their badges looked familiar.
He's like, I have the record of that original founder if you'd like to hear about it.
I noticed the small gang as well when I first took over the fortress of Meripede. They were not great in number, but every member always made sure to stand up for what was right. I've looked into their founder,
yeah.
who once stood trial and was sentenced to imprisonment in the fortress.
Yeah, I figured that much. I was like, bro definitely has this man's file.
According to existing documentation, Vautrin remained disciplined throughout his imprisonment. He had never once engaged in physical or verbal aggression.
What a fucking Chad.
In other words, how he presented himself in prison was very different from his behavior in court.
Yeah, you would assume like he just popped off and like went off on Neuvillette, but then after he was like, you know what? He's right. Doesn't he hate Neuvillette?
During his trial, I could sense that his feelings were complicated. He appeared to be full of resentment.
Wow.
And I believe he had every right to feel that way.
Perhaps he had been putting on an act.
Oh my god. The sacrificial lamb, bro. This guy's like, you know what? I'm gonna make myself look like the bad guy here so Neuvillette gets off, like, so people don't, like, take it too hard on him, you know?
Neuvillette and Vautrin had a close relationship as superior and subordinate. Vautrin must have known that the Chief Justice would make an impartial judgment.
So he was like, I need to double down on that.
Thus, the more resentment he displayed, the clearer it would be to those present that you were upholding justice.
Damn, dude. He fucking fooled you. You got fooled by a human.
And to those who had been sitting on the fence, Vautrin's act was a very meaningful one.
That's probably the push they needed. Wow. I feel like it's gonna rain by the end of this quest chat for some weird reason. I just feel like there's gonna be a swelling of emotions by the end.
That's all from me. Does anyone else have anything to say? Now's your chance.
I don't have anything to say. Apart from expressing my gratitude, that is.
He just got fucking sucker punched by that realization there. That's just gonna bring back all those memories again.
Well then, let us head back. No need to see us off.
Please, take care.
Enjoy your tea. Hoyoverse is going so ham right now. I cannot believe it. I can't imagine.
That trial is something I rarely bring up in conversation, but I have always felt deep regret for what happened to both Carol and Vautrin.
I believe it.
The words he spoke in court often replay in my mind, as if urging me on to do something.
But Risley said he never resented you, right? Isn't that a good thing?
I believe I now understand what he wanted to tell me. I feel conflicted about those words. How should I describe it? Surprise, relief, fear, and regret. But this blend of emotions has led me to finally understand some things. I would like to hear your thoughts, too. What do you think of me?
I think you are incredible.
Paimon agrees with everything Risley said.
You're too hard on yourself. You do everything for the nation. You're super considerate and respectful. You got done dirty in the past in your former life.
As Chief Justice, every single one of your trials makes an impact on Fontaine. What do you think, Traveler? Hey, any comments?
I'm lost in thought, Paimon.
What I really think is...
Yo, Zach got paid! Yo, you got the big bucks this patch.
Every trial you've ever judged has left its impression on you. And that's what makes you who you are today.
That's so fucking weird! I know Aether talking is someone everyone wants, right? The Traveler talking is someone everyone wants. But when it happens, it's so weird because it's so foreign. As the Hydro Dragon Sovereign, Neuvillette still thinks of himself as an outsider due to his identity. But so much time has passed since then. Perhaps the lines between him and humans have long since blurred.
That is indeed a reasonable assumption. As I said, I find it difficult to express my emotions because I cannot fully understand myself. But I trust your judgment.
Damn.
Since some time ago, I have begun to notice the changes that have occurred upon my person.
About to say, if that doesn't make you human, I don't know what does.
These changes were not due to any specific occurrence, but emerged as a result of time itself. I will try to contemplate this further. Thank you both.
A final... Yeah, there it is. It's raining.
Paimon forgot to bring an umbrella. Come on, let's hurry before it rains harder.
What a great character, dude. What a spectacular character. We're back. Dude, it must have been raining all the time back in the day.
There go my travel plans.
Did you read the news this morning? Quick, put away everything on the clothesline.
Wow.
When is this rain going to stop?
Kids love the rain, though.
Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
They're planning to reanimate the monster. We have to report this to the Chief Justice.
Is that Elaine? Is that Elaine and Seymour?
Fortress of Meripede. It's a good place for me.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god, Neuvillette's...
He owes me
Neuvillette's
so
such
many
a great
answers.
character, dude.
Neuvillette?
Oh my
you
god.
You could say he's the real symbol of Fontaine's justice.
Watch him closely. He could be trouble.
How can two completely different species
Oh my
possibly
god,
coexist?
what a great character.
Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself!
You will see much in the human world, from the delightful to the depressing. And one day, when you have dwelt among humanity long enough, you will be placed to bring judgment over all as a spokesperson for Fontaine's past.
I wonder who this is talking.
Monsieur Neuvillette! The rainy season's almost over! The skies are supposed to clear.
What a great quest, dude.
I hope you find time to enjoy the sunny days ahead.
They went so hard for Neuvillette, it's not even fair, bro. I can't believe we just saw Elaine. Oh my god. What a great quest. What a great quest. Oh my goodness. That's like the best story quest, I think. That's not even fair. That's not even fair. It's not even fair. It's literally not fair.
Is the matter resolved?
And Zach got paid during that quest. Are you fucking kidding me? It's only been 2 patches. How is this possible? How's this possible? To love a character in such a short amount of time.
Yep, we found the person who sent that threatening letter. Risley said he'd keep a close eye on him, so the Melusines should be safe now.
I can't believe we saw Elaine, dude. Holy shit.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Ah!
Sorry for dragging you all into this.
Oh my god. I'm hysterical. I can't believe it. I can't.
There's no need to apologize.
Yeah, you didn't drag us in. We got involved of our own accord.
He's not even the Archon. Like, I'm like so shocked. This is what I'm expecting for like Farina. And I'm just like, Neuvillette is Fontaine.
By the way, where's Kiara?
At the Palais Mermonia. More than 50 people offered to protect her. Some even hid within the bushes to look out for danger.
Oh my god. All right. Fontaine's actually goated.
I was worried that the excess of protection would make her feel uneasy, so I asked her to stay inside the Palais. It's very safe in there.
What a relief.
Well, now it looks like the dust has finally settled.
Wow.
To celebrate this joyous occasion, Monsieur Neuvillette, would you be interested in an exclusive
Oh
interview?
my god, Charlotte's shooting her shot. Charlotte's about to make the freaking headlines of the century.
That's not how you celebrate.
I will consider it.
Oh!
Really?
Holy shit. It's her moment.
Of course. My schedule is full for the following weeks, but I should be available next month.
Oh my god.
Come up with questions during the intervening days, and I will answer them to the best of my ability.
Let's fucking go. Her head's gonna explode.
Yes! Thank you so much, Monsieur!
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must head back to the Palais and issue a communique to publicize our investigation results. I hope it will assuage the concerns of all.
Wow, man. First off, I'm getting a picture with all of you beautiful ladies. Aether's flexing in this shot right here. It looks a little weird, but we take it.
Oh, an exclusive interview! Am I dreaming? What should I ask him? Don't let anything hold you back. Make the most of this opportunity and ask away.
I agree. He'll decline any question he can't answer anyway, so you might as well give all of them a shot.
Yeah. Someone on Hoyoverse was like, "Oh, we gotta go above and beyond for this man." She's sleeping. Oh my god. Oh. Let's just leave her alone.
Kiara?
Monsieur Neuvillette? Sorry, I accidentally fell asleep.
Damn, standing up?
It's quite all right. I'm here to tell you that we have caught the sender of that threatening letter. You're safe now.
Thank you, Monsieur. And thank you too, Traveler and Big Sis Paimon.
Paimon...
Everyone's been so nice to me, so I've always felt really safe.
Paimon literally did nothing, but okay.
Do you remember Domenico? He was the sender of that letter.
Let Let me think. I can't remember. My memory isn't that good, so I easily forget things.
That's okay. He's not worth remembering.
By the way, I saw Carol in my dreams just now.
Oh my god.
Where's she gone, by the way? I haven't seen her in a long time.
Kill me now. Oh my god.
In my dream, she looked really happy. She held my hand and said, Kiara, our dreams have finally come true.
They did?
I can't remember what our dreams were anymore.
They did come true.
And I don't know why. But I felt really happy too.
I can sense your joy. It is indeed a delightful moment.
Monsieur Neuvillette, are you happy too? Oh, I almost forgot. Am I allowed to go out now?
You got a 50 squad army waiting to protect you outside.
I promised to model for Alov.
Of course. Off you go.
See you next time, Monsieur, Traveler, and Big Sis Paimon.
See you next time.
God, I love them. I love them! God damn, what a great quest, dude. So good, man. Obtained the reply note. Away for personal reasons, we'll be back in a day. Farina's reply. Personal reasons? Oh me, oh my. Has our Chief Justice finally come to his senses? If I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. You should follow my example and go out more often. You need to get to know the people better. Even if something unfortunate happens, you'll still run into a lot of unique characters along the way. What do you think? The human world isn't too bad now, is it? Aw. Farina's like, go touch some grass, sir. Get out more often.
I really can't fathom what goes on in her head sometimes.
The letter is responding to that. Oh my god. Yeah, goated quest, one of my favorite. I crowned Neuvillette before I even did any of this stuff, and I had the foresight, the premonition to know that he was going to be the king of Fontaine, and I was not let down. Absolutely loved it. Y'all weren't capping. I am so shocked that we saw Elaine Guillotine and Seymour and like the events of the past going on within Elinus. I can't believe that was like so shocking to me. And then like Risley's imprisonment, he's like, oh yeah, this is you know, a new house to call home. You know what I mean? Like his humble beginnings in the fortress, and you know, seeing Carol and Vautrin again was great, given everything that they did and everything that happened to them. It's just an overwhelming spill of emotions. Like it's just tragic and sad. He's trying to figure out his own emotions, and then he's dealing with like the emotions of the waters of the nation, and it's just all this compounding stuff. It's just, I can't imagine how he processes it. It sounds like a nightmare to have to deal with, but the Hydro Dragon, please don't cry, like that killed me, dude. And with that, I think we are kind of done with all of the initial content that I want to focus on for version 4.1. So Tuesday we'll do the poem event, so if you guys want to tune into that, and for those who are curious, it's going to be this one, the Waterborne Poetry, which seems to be like a Liyue and Mondstadt crossover, it seems. So I hope you guys look forward to it. But for those of you who are live in the stream, for those of you who may be watching this on YouTube, I hope you guys enjoyed my thoughts, my speculation, my reactions, my emotions, and everything else. This was a phenomenal quest. I'm so happy I have Neuvillette, and I'm excited to see what the world quests offer, because that's what we're going to be getting into next.